welcome. This is Hena Talati and you are watching Itstomorrow news. Environmentalists are very concerned about the growing risk of rapid and irreversible changes in the climate system. Climate change has many different natural causes that act differently at different time scales. They are like single torrential rainstorm in one day in June, an unseasonable warm day in January, a cold snap in late April. The wind, sun, humidity and all other things we experience when we walk outside every day, that's weather. But the climate is the whole cloth woven together by the individual threads of daily weather. There are differences in climate around the world because of the differing amounts of radiation received from the sun at different parts of the earth at different times of the year. Wednesday night brought intense snow in Colorado with significant double-digit totals in the Denver areas, 6 inches at Eldora and 1 to 4 inches for other less favored mountains. The Colorado snow totals have been reported by the National Weather Service for February 24-25, 2021 and at the Air Force Academy it is 4.7 inches, Arapahoe Park 8 inches and Arvada 6.6 inches. The foot of the snow fell overnight recently made the mile-high city among the hardest hit by the storm. The dumping of the snow was huge for the statewide drought conditions. The latest snowstorm was the largest of the season so far and also featured a rare Denver target. Denver has not received this much snow since early February 2016. In about 12 hours, Denver nearly doubled the average of the February snow total and got the pace for the seasonal average. Widespread snow totals of 8 to 14 inches covered the entire city area in a fresh blanket of white, resulting in dangerous road conditions and a tedious cleanup process. The Denver International Airport, which usually is a poor representation of the Denver snowfall, had an impressive 9.6 inches snowfall. It was the biggest snowstorm in the city since April 2016 when 12.1 inches snowfall was recorded. It is also now the 7th largest February snowstorm in Denver since records began in 1874. Some parts of the Denver metro areas received more than 13 inches of the fresh snow, causing tough traveling conditions on the highway and city streets. Ironically, areas above 6,000 feet south and west of the Denver saw much lesser snow totals. These areas almost always get more snow than Denver with the type of storm that had hit lately. However, the heavy snowstorm in Denver was due to the wind pattern that ultimately set up along the Front Range Wednesday evening. Leading up the storm, the snowfall looked largely driven by the upslope winds. In some areas, the upslope flow refers to the winds that blow from the eastern plains westward and uphill towards the mountains. Such a scenario typically results in the snowfall getting maximized close to the foothills while the other areas get lighter amounts close to nothing. Several factors caused this storm to overperform region-wide and ultimately surprise many metro city areas residents on Thursday morning. The upslope flow became established on Wednesday afternoon and result was a lot of converging air at the surface near Denver. After air converges at the surface, it is forced to rise. Forcing air to rise like this is an efficient way of creating and enhancing precipitation. Another meteorological process called frontogenesis was occurring higher up in the atmosphere. Much cooler air was plunging down from the north while the milder air from the earlier this week tried to hold its ground. This can also focus heavy snow bands over the area where the temperature contrast is the largest. In this case, Denver was the best spot once again. By combining these two factors with a favorable placement of the jet stream 30,000 feet in the sky, the stage was set for a strike. intense band of snow remained nearly stationary on the Wednesday evening after developing. These bands dropped 1 to 3 inches of the snow per hour for several hours. They hit every part of the metro area throughout the duration of the storm, including the airports. Denver's February snowfall total now stands at 13.5 inches, solidifying the city's third straight snowier February. The seasonal snowfall total sits below 34 inches, which is right on the track with the long-term normal through the end of the February. March is typically Denver's snowiest month of the year, and this large February snowstorm may have only been an appetizer of what still lies ahead. This local weather phenomenon is often called the Denver Convergence Vorticity Zone or DCVZ, and it's most common in the warm weather months and is often responsible for helping to trigger afternoon thunderstorm and brief tornadoes in the south side of the metro areas. It's rare to see DCVZ impact winter storms. Meanwhile, the mountains were not expecting to get much snow, and generally they did not. When the east wind encountered the unexpected northwest wind, it set up a convergence zone directly over the Denver metro areas. Over time, this area of converging wind became the bullseye for the snow instead of the higher terrain west and south of the city. During the hemisphere's fall, winter and spring, the atmosphere over the continents can be cold enough through the depth of the troposphere to cause snowfall. In the northern hemisphere, the northern side of the low pressure area produces most of the snow. The latest forecasts now keep a lot of storm's energy tracking through the Colorado, and total accumulations should be 3 to 10 inches between the Friday afternoon and Saturday afternoon. Snow could start falling on Friday a little earlier than the afternoon, and snow showers can linger beyond the Saturday afternoon into Sunday evenings. Most models show that the most snow will fall in the central and northern mountains, roughly from Aspen to Wyoming borders. That's all for now. For more news updates, stay tuned with us. It's Tomorrow News, Hena Talati. For more weather updates like these, and please subscribe our channel.